Directional training, probably one of the most important things you want a gun dog to be able to do is when game gets shot, that you can actually get the dog to the area, hunt out the retrieve and fetch it back to you. In those scenarios, you need to be able to stop the dog, turn it left, turn it right. I'm about to show you how I start the early stages of directional training with a young dog. This is Trixie. She's come in for training and she's been with me now 5 or 6 weeks. I've got a sit-in, hop-in, retrieving, everything else. So I now want to move on to the early stages of directional training. So you get her to hop, 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 hop. You go to a distance that you feel comfortable, the dog will stay. Hop, Trixie, hop. You throw a dummy or a tennis ball out to the right and then to the left, making sure that the dog has seen both. Looking at the dog and making sure the dog is looking you in the face, you say, Trixie, out. Good girl. And hop. And hop. Good girl. Good girl. Then walk back to the spot where you had to sit in. Hop, hop, hop. And say, Trixie, out. Good girl. Good girl. Hop. The critical part of this training is making sure that the retrieves each side of the dog are not too challenging. You increase the distance apart from the dog to the dummy over a period of weeks, depending on the ability of the individual dog. Don't rush it. Ensure that the dog has fully got it in his head of what he wants to, what you want it to do. You will have instances where the dog is probably a little more sharper than yourself, where it will, once you've thrown the dummy, it will run in or attempt to run towards the dummy. Just say with the command hop that you've already taught it, and get it to sit and take it back to the original location. To move on, this is Isla. She's a 2-year-old Labrador bitch that will do the handling work at a much further distance. So I thought I'd just show you what you're aiming from the very beginning to the conclusion. The most important part of directional training is increasing the distances at the dog's ability. Don't rush it. Better to spend 1 or 2 days longer on short lengths and building it up gradually, rather than trying to go something that the dog is not capable of. The dog has got to have confidence in that there's something there to retrieve.